We'll see.
It's not even that cold, like 45 degrees.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But I do it where you can get out of it and get right into a 140-degree sauna to thaw out. So I feel like if you were doing it just that and no sauna, it would be brutal.
Okay.
Yeah.
It would take a lot longer to get warm.
We good to go? We good to go, everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, Slash?
Quite on
We're good to
set.
go?
Whenever you guys are ready, just give Jansen the old.
Jansen, we're getting started, buddy.
Powers, we're ready to go. Rolling.
Take your time.
Oh, God. Yeah, they were talking about ice baths. I went live on YouTube and stuff.
The cold plunge.
The plunge is
I like if you start that in the morning.
Oh my
like
God.
you said, Chris, I'm the same way. It's like cold plunge and then sauna, cold plunge, sauna, and it's just you don't even need coffee.
no, you're
just-
going.
It doesn't matter. I
You're
could use
going.
a cold
You
plunge.
certainly
right
don't
now.
need a liter of vodka.
The Tito sponsor is not needed.
Chris is trying to get me off of booze
We-
over
Harry does a cold plunge in Tito's on
here.
ice.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way we get you in the cold plunge.
You know?
We
There you
just
go.
put you into a giant Tito's and soda.
Harry goes and gargles.
Could you imagine?
It's just a tub of it. 20 limes. Yes.
I know Bobby's at NEPA.
All right, we ready?
Yeah.
All right, hello and welcome to Swing It and Ding It. You are looking live, Harry Mays and Danielle, the Country Club of Scranton. We are here for the NEPA Invitational, the third annual. It's incredible to see because we were here 2 years ago. We couldn't make it
Our
last
first
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just to see what this is turning into is absolutely incredible. We had a chance to play the course earlier. Just an incredible place, incredible golf course. But Harry, challenging. Green complexes. Talk about it.
Oh, it's too much golf course for me, Moose. I came to the grips today, and I told you on the 13th tee box that I'm man enough to know that this is too much golf course for me. I need to be in Florida. I need to be on the coast of South Carolina with flat golf. I can't. This up and down is just too much for me. But what a beautiful and fantastic venue this is. I mean, Walter Travis, props to you, my man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is incredible.
So, Danielle, talk about everything going on this whole weekend up here.
Absolutely. So this year is our third annual event, as you already said, and we are a Play Yellow event, which is a Barbara and Jack Nicholas Play Yellow, which is a program of Children's Miracle Network. So our beneficiary is the Janet Weis Children's Hospital. In our inaugural year, we raised $50,000 and donated $50,000. We doubled that in the second year to $100,000. And this year we're looking to double again and raise $200,000. So as you said, the growth of this tournament from its inception has been absolutely tremendous. The support we've had from sponsors in the community and everything together, now being a Play Yellow event, it's just been incredible to watch it all
Tremendous. And at the end of the day, we have some really good golfers playing this course over 2 days. And we are fortunate enough to have with us last year's winner
Yes.
of the NEPA Invitational, Chris Wider. Welcome to Swing It and Ding It, man.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be back at Scranton.
Yeah, and this is not only Chris's second year, this is his third year.
Yes.
He's been a supporter from Brandon's vision from the beginning. One of our great friends from back home, and Brandon said, "Hey, we need pros come up here," and this is his third year. So thanks for that, Chris. We really appreciate it.
I wouldn't miss it. Brandon is a close friend, and when he had this idea a few years ago, it was exciting for all of us, and just to be a part of it and watch it grow has been awesome. And to win last year was really, really cool. And this golf course is not it's a rare test. You don't get to see places like this too often, particularly in this condition. I would say it's aside from maybe the rough, it's every bit as challenging as like a major championship venue. Wow, look at that little dragonfly there. What the heck?
What is it called, a cicada or something?
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's awesome to be back at Country Club of Scranton, and I'll always support this event. It's got such a great mission, and the members have become very close friends. I think these types of events are so special, and this should be used as a template for more events like this throughout the country, because it's a win-win for everybody. The players that come have a great time. the members that play have a great time, and the charity benefits a ton. So, it's awesome to be a part of it.
Well, tell us about last year's event. I understand it went to a playoff.
Oh yeah.
It did, yeah.
Pretty intense.
Playoffs.
It was, yeah. Last year, well, the conditions out here are in a normal event where you're contending. You might be in an aggressive mindset to be trying to make a lot of birdies, and that just isn't really the case here. For me, last year it was just trying to get myself a birdie putt on the green. I mean, the course is really, really difficult. So last year, I think I finished 3 under par or 4 under par maybe, and that was just like par, trying not to make bogeys, because if you get aggressive out here, yeah, you can make some birdies, but that's just going to kind of turn around and bite you, and you're going to make some bogeys. So I was tamed by this golf course last year, and I kind of had a different mindset because my partner was struggling, and I figured that we didn't really have a chance for the team event. So I was like, okay, I'm going to carry the whole load here. A different style. I'm not really going to go at pins. I'm just going to kind of get it on the green and hit the greens on the par threes. And, I was hitting it awesome and fortunate to get into the playoff. And, Brad and I had a nice little battle. I felt bad for him because he had to play the team playoff and then turn around and meet me on 18T. Like, hey, I'm ready for the second playoff. I was like, yeah, let's go. So it was a lot of fun. And, it's great to relive those memories.
Can I ask for the team here, for Moose, Danielle, and me, how do you play the 10th hole? I putted from 30 yards short of the green and putted it off the green.
So I think it depends where the pin is. The first key to that hole is that you hit the fairway.
Yeah.
And then if it's a front pin, you want to bounce it in there from short. If it's a back pin, you want to land it, middle of the green tops, because if you land anything towards the back
over that hill, it's gone.
Yeah,
right?
I learned that the hard way the first year I played.
Did.
I think I got abused by this course the first year that I played and learned some hard lessons quickly. So it was nice to turn around last year and rectify that.
So how does
all three of us got abused by the course today?
It's a beast, and if you're not mentally prepared for it, you're just like, oh my god, what did I get myself
into? So how does a guy with your skill level react when a shot when that happens and you're like, oh my god, that just went off the green?
You try to. You're just doing the best you can on every shot, and as long as you're committed to every shot, then you try not to get upset when you get bad bounce. I mean, you got elephants buried in the middle of the green here. If I happen to land on the backside of one and it shoots over, then that's just a bad break.
Right.
Those are going to even out over the course of time.
That's what Teddy told me. Brandon said the first time I ever came up here, like 10 years ago, he's like, he's like, on 18 green, there's an elephant buried under there. He's like, that undulation. I'm like, really? He's like, no.
I think it's a woolly mammoth, actually. Not
crazy
just an
green
elephant.
complex.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Mount Everest.
And when those green complexes were designed, greens rolled at like 6 or 7 on the Stimpmeter. When you crank them up to 13, it's like, oh, no, we got a different test.
And then you got people like Brandon setting the whole location.
But it
makes
it plays into creativity. It plays into like
evil.
You can't just land the ball next to the hole and expect it to stay there. You need to like figure out where to land it and where to leave it. And that's a challenge that I really enjoy. We don't get to do very often.
So Chris, talk us. We call it your golf journey on this show. Talk to us about how you started, where you started playing, where you were from originally, and now what you're doing now.
So yeah, I grew up in Woodbury, Connecticut, which is a small town about 2 hours from here, straight east on 84. And I grew up playing a lot of sports. I was a 3-sport athlete through high school. Played hockey and soccer, and started taking golf a bit more seriously when I was probably like 14, 15, and got a scholarship to go to UConn, which was growing up, I was like, okay, I want to play college golf. I'm going to go somewhere down south. So it was very funny how it ended up that I was going to Storrs, Connecticut to, freeze my ass off all winter. But that was a blessing, and that was an amazing 4 years there. And that's where I met Brandon. Brandon was playing at Temple when I was at UConn. And so I think it was my sophomore year, we got paired together in a 36-hole event. And we always were, saw each other at conference and stuff. And anyways, I played at UConn and I got done. I wanted to, give the pro golf thing a shot, and felt like I, because I had played 3 sports growing up, felt like I had some more to prove, and felt like I, certainly wasn't as good as I was going to be. So I moved to Jupiter, back when it was cheap to move to Jupiter.
Was that ever?
Thank God. Cheaper, at least. and I've been there 7 years. I've been playing tours, mini tours. I've been playing, all over the world, really. Latin America for 3 years. That's Brandon and I were traveling a bunch together a few years ago. We had a lot of good memories down there. This year's been mostly, I missed at Q School last year, so this year's been, I did not go back to Latin. I've been doing mostly, state opens and different Monday qualifiers and really everything. I've been traveling a bunch. So I'm getting ready now to go back to both Q Schools, starting in France next week or the following week, and then West Texas at the end of the month in October. So that's where I'm at. I mean, it's a total grind, obviously. But you learn to kind of you can't compare yourself. It's easy to compare yourself to your friends and look around and be like, guys are like 30 is the magic age, right? So you get to 30 and you're like, okay, where I'm supposed to be here. If I'm not there, then I need to stop. But I didn't really feel that way. I've always kind of just compared myself to myself and feel like as long as I feel like I'm getting better, that's kind of where I want to go with it.
Talk about that Monday qualifier life, man. Like
That's tough.
What's that like?
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, especially Corn Ferry, because
Talent.
the Corn Ferry, there's no pre-Qs, so there's 300 guys for 4 spots.
Wow.
So that can be daunting because you're basically like, okay, I just need to beat everybody to get into the tournament. I lost in a playoff in the first Monday of the year for Panama, which was a 2-spot qualifier. And that was just like, it sucks. But like at the end of the day, you need to be like, okay, I went out and played a great round. Like if you keep doing that, good stuff will happen.
Yeah.
So the guys who like keep the faith and do the Monday qualifying stuff, I don't do that every week, but the guys who do, like, God bless them, because that's just the thought of like doing 12 Mondays in a row without, I kind of sprinkle in like events where I feel like I can make some money.
Yeah.
Because if you miss a Monday, you're just out money for the week. Like there's nothing really. So I kind of structure it differently where I'll do like 3 Mondays and then I'll do 3 straight opens where I can, pad my wallet a little bit and make some money to keep going.
Wow.
Yeah, it's an incredible journey always. But as we said, Chris, great friend of us and supporter of this, the NEPA Invitational year after year. Not only did Chris come up this year, he also got one of his really close friends, Denny McCarthy, to donate some items. Chris, tell us what items Denny sent you up here with to help raise some money.
Dennis
for the Janet
hooked
Weis.
up the NEPA Invitational. Let's give some round of applause to Denny.
UVA.
I think so I know there's a white Circle T head cover signed on the bottom. Because that, if people want to use it, then it can still look good on your bag, but there is a signature under there. Then there's a signed wedge, a signed glove, and a signed ball.
Incredible. All
Yes.
to help contribute to the main reason that we're here this weekend, raising money for the Janet Weis Children's Hospital. So thank you,
Shout
Chris.
out, Dennis. Nice work.
Thank you, Denny.
Is Denny-
Thanks for your support year after year.
Is Denny the new boss of the Moss on the PGA Tour?
He's the boss of all the moss.
He rolls the rock.
He rolls the
Roll the
rock.
rock.
Yeah, he can definitely putt. I mean, I've played putt with him, and he's just as good there as he is
He
on
was
the
a
course.
basketball player.
Do you
Like
see
a
him
really-
draining
Yeah.
threes?
The first
on
time I
there?
ever saw him shoot threes, he went around the world twice without missing. And
Yeah.
I was like, dude, what is going on here? I mean,
He's
he's
an
just got a freak hand-eye thing where
Right.
ping pong, darts, doesn't matter what it is. He's
Right.
an absolute freak at it.
Yeah.
And he's a quick learner.
We got to ask him to juggle. Fax does
He
that.
does juggle.
Of course he does.
Because someone was like, "Can you juggle?" And he was like, "No." And then he just YouTubed it, and like the
He's like-
next day, he's just. I was like,
He's like
yeah.
on a wakeboard.
He's like, "Damn, bro."
Incredible. Chris, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks
Thanks for
again
having me,
for
guys.
year 3 coming back, supporting the NEPA
Best of luck
Invitational.
defending.
Thank
man.
you.
Appreciate
Cheers.
you.
Thank you.
Defending champ here, guys.
That's right.
Best of
You
luck,
got it.
Chris.
Thank you, Chris. Tremendous. Great hearing, people at different levels, how they're doing it, how
Yeah.
they're getting there. Chris seems to have a pretty good grasp on
Yeah,
how to handle things.
absolutely. And, I would say that the man of the hour is Harry Mays based off of that long drive that he
Oh,
bombed on
please.
number 1.
Will you
Moose
stop?
and I were like, my God.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
we got to get you playing in this
Oh.
next week. But we'll have B come join us. Brandon, come on over, get on the mic. We'll ask you a few questions here. And this guy has so much time. We can probably keep him for like 3 hours.
Right,
What do you
right.
think?
He
I
doesn't
love
look
how
too busy.
Danielle's directing traffic. This is
Oh, let's
awesome.
go. Come on,
I mean,
get it.
these live events are where she just like really steps it up. You got
Just the
big
live
here,
events.
look at
All the
that.
rest of the
That
time.
is
I'm
how
just
my life
MIA.
works. She directs all the traffic in our household, and I do not say a word because I have a
Honey,
good
end your
idea.
sentence there.
Good idea. Good
Right,
idea.
babe? Oh,
So, Brandon, I want to ask you what this means to you, but I don't want the Golf Channel, I love giving back answer. You're from this area. You went to Temple. You made it to the PGA Tour. And now this is the third year you're coming back here and giving back to your community, your friends, your family, people to coming out to support. Like, what does this truly feel like to you deep down?
I mean, listen, it shows how much I care about the area, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I have wanted to do this, I'm telling you, my entire life almost. I've talked about it so many times, even, high school, college. I'm like, one day I want to make something, bring people up here, let them see what cool things we have, right? So to be able to do it and kind of see it come to life, and now, I mean, I never thought in a couple
3 years
years.
in,
Yeah, I
man,
mean,
like-
this is pretty cool, and it shows how amazing people have been, and the support that I've had is, I mean, I really can't put it into words how thankful I am to all these people who have contributed. And I mean, thank you to my wife, because it is our 1-year wedding anniversary on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
And she let us.
He remembered.
She let this. That's step one.
The honeymoon was where? Memphis?
Um,
Where was the honeymoon?
Jackson,
Jackson,
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Beautiful
Now,
that
this
time.
is
Oh,
your
yeah.
1-year anniversary.
Sanderson
Oh yeah, you
Farms,
should have
baby.
seen like the spread we got. We had Uncrustables.
Yeah.
We had.
Same.
Brandon,
It was
you know,
great.
you talk about, like, the support you have, and whenever you play in this area, the people roll thick for Team B. When Sahith, the guy, wins, you see that support system he has. We talked about, Harry and I talked about it a little earlier. It's like, some people you wonder if that puts more pressure on, but other people just feed off of that and know that people are out there and have your back. How important is that when you're out there? And I think, something like this, obviously it's all friends and family, but can you take that energy with you?
Of course. I mean, it's, again, I tell people all the time, I don't deserve how many people support me. I mean, it's been amazing my entire life. And again, so thankful for it. Right. People come out all the time whenever, I'm within a fairly easy drive of the area, and they come out in droves. I'd be hard pressed to find too many people that have that kind of support system. And for that is again, beyond words, how thankful I am. It's crazy. And, I have a lot of great friends and great family and great dog.
He's the fourth host of the show.
But yeah, it is pretty cool that, again, it shows what we're able to make this tournament in 3 years, right? That's without that support system, this is just not happening.
Yeah.
So
Now, B, you said this is something you've talked about forever, which you have. I mean, year after year, he's like, we got to do this. We got to do this. So it being in its third year, one of the things that you wanted to do other than support and give back to the community was showcase the Country Club of Scranton. You've always raved about this being one of the greatest courses in the area, if not the state. Talk about the course, talk about Aaron, talk about what kind of test these guys are going to see this weekend.
yeah, I mean, if anybody's an architecture nut, it's 1926 Walter Travis that, if anybody's played a bunch of other Walter Travis golf courses, this is right up at the top, if not close. So at the end of the day, it's every time people come up here, they cannot believe that this property is in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Crazy.
If you took this and transplanted it down to Philadelphia, in the mecca of all the golf courses, right?
Yep.
Would that, all the hypotheticals, right? Where would that end up making this golf course?
Yeah.
So, but to have this here is so remarkable, and a lot of people don't understand, right, what we have here.
So you got to be excited for some of the guys each year that come here for the first time. It must be like showing off, your new car or something.
It is unanimous,
Yeah.
where everybody just goes, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, how is this here, and how do people not know about this? And
Yeah.
I mean, our superintendent, Aaron Giordano, is, I mean, I don't know if he ever has slept in the last since he got this job. I don't know if he's gotten more than 2 hours. The amount of time he spends on this property is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I encourage the guy to take about a 3-month vacation this winter because he deserves it for how much time he's put onto this golf course and the conditions day in, day out. It's amazing how he does it because we have a lot of play here, right? During, a regular day in season. So, I mean, I played the greens this morning. I think they were running somewhere around 14.
Oh, they're
I mean,
glass.
it's
They were
like,
glass.
it's insane,
Yeah.
right?
I putted off the green 2 times. Easy.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I
In
had,
the
I had,
first 3 holes.
I had the over. I had the over.
Yeah, number 10 right here. That's a fun green complex.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That is.
And that's the greatest thing about this place, I think, is your ability. And I think Chris was talking about this, right? The whole locations that we set out, they're tough, right? But if you know and understand golf well, how to use your imagination, right? We have areas at every hole location. We strategically did it so that if someone wants to, they can use their imagination to get it close. Even if they don't think they can get it close, they can get it close. So if someone doesn't have that imagination factor, they're going to have a tough time. But if you are able to kind of think through it with a little bit of out of the box thinking, you can actually play this place incredibly well, even with the hardest spins.
Wow.
I was very much in the box.
Yeah,
I was not out.
We got to work
outside
on our
the box.
imagination.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I
I
was like,
needed,
we were
I
trying
needed
to
a caddy.
Yeah. Oh, you
Yeah.
did say that.
I needed a caddy.
I think he said that on one.
First hole. I'm like, I need a caddy.
It's amazing.
So, B, talk about what's next for you, right? Obviously, this is a huge part. This is something you look forward to, the timing of it, with the tour starting back up with the fall season. You were out in Napa last week. Talk to us about where you are and your plans for the next couple months.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I obviously have had a pretty tough last year or so. I really haven't played that much great golf, unfortunately. Couple obviously little injury stuff. I mean, I'm going to get my back taken care of. I think this winter where I finally am going to be out of pain for good. And it's going to be an easy solution too. So, other than that, went through a couple different kind of swing change things that didn't work, didn't take. So a lot of searching, right? And I talk about it a lot where it's professional golf is 90% searching for anybody that plays, right? And 10%, let's take advantage of my good golf.
Wow.
Right. So even if you see some guys, at the top of the leaderboard often, right? Some of the best players in the world, they still might be searching that week, and you see them grinding on certain things in the range.
They don't
right?
have the A game.
Yeah. But they're looking to find that again. Everybody's always looking to find that. And that doesn't last long. Right. Padraig Harrington, I did a panel with him earlier this year, and he said it great. He goes, I think, per year, if somebody has 3 to 4 weeks at their best, that's a lot. Right.
It's crazy too, because you think about the sport, right? Other sports, it's like you have, a singular focus. It's like there's so many aspects of the game. You could be driving the crap out of the ball, but not putting. You could be putting, but you're not chipping. You could be chipping, but not hitting your long irons. It's like to get everything together in the same week. It just takes that perfect storm of things just coming together, I would imagine, and the hard work that goes into it. But one little thing, and then you're back to working on mode.
Yeah, and realistically, every time you win, I mean, at least for me, I've felt like I didn't do everything I could. There's a couple times where I've won when I'm like, that was a great week, right?
Right.
Like in the Dominican Republic, I won by like 5 or 6 and shot 20 whatever under, almost got to 30 under. So it's like, okay, that week, and I kind of had it, right? I kind of had it.
Yeah.
But other than that, in Bogota, I didn't necessarily drive it amazing the entire week. I didn't quite chip it amazing during the entire week, but I managed myself really well when I won. Putted really well, but I still had stretches where I missed some putts, right? So again, taking into account, managing your expectations, understanding that things are going to happen, but understanding what's good enough and getting back to that point of searching always like for what your best can be. Let's just try to make sure we get to the point where we can compete, right? So that's where I feel like I'm trending towards right now. Been doing a lot of digging it out of dirt kind of thing lately, and I feel like it's a lot closer than it's been in a long time. So I'm really excited for the last 5 events. So
Yeah.
Jackson, Mississippi, where we spent our honeymoon, honey.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
And I
going
will
there
not be
next.
going back to
Yeah,
this year.
but have there Vegas, and then a couple weeks off before the last 3-week stretch of the season, which is Cabo, Bermuda, and RSM at Sea Island. So a lot of great events left.
Yep.
Couple golf courses that are going to be really, really good for me. And I'm excited. I mean, listen, if you told me a couple of years ago that I had 5 events on the PGA Tour to, do what I need to do,
Figure it out. Yeah.
I
You'll
would
take
definitely take it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, during these upcoming events, how much do you think you can push it? Like, are you going to push it, or is it a sort of
Yeah. I mean, that's just not in my nature to not push it. Right.
right? I know.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
just not going to happen.
You're going pedal to the metal.
100%. But I have a great doctor that I've been speaking with a lot, and at the end of the day, if I can tolerate the pain, it's not going to change what he's going to be able to fix.
Right.
So it's just and even the pain, I feel like I can tolerate a lot of pain. It's the fact that sometimes it just doesn't work. Right. So but I feel, again, it was interesting in Napa. I didn't really know exactly how it was going to react under, days of walking and playing and back to competition, that kind of thing. And it was interesting that the more the week progressed and the more I pushed it, it actually kind of got better.
Really?
Wow.
Which was interesting. Maybe it was the wine out there. I'm not totally sure.
I was like, I can't drink another
yeah.
glass of wine.
But I felt like I actually
Oh, it's not
played
bad.
some pretty decent. I thought I played actually really nice on the second day. Couple bad drives that really kind of got me out of position, and then 3 or 4 lip outs and that kind of thing. Just a couple weird things happened, but I felt like my game was really, really close to going, okay, that's like a 65 situation here coming right around the corner. So I'm really thrilled to have seen that out in Napa, where I'm like, okay, I can actually push this. I can do this. It's not a situation where for me, I don't feel like I can compete. I feel like I can compete with where I'm at, even though, pain's pain, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, listen, we know as the host, you're getting pulled in a million directions. We appreciate some of your time, and incredibly proud of what you're doing here. It's great to be a little part of it, and excited to see how this continues to grow year in, year out. So congratulations on what you've accomplished so far.
Thank you.
What you're going to continue to do.
Thank you. And I appreciate you guys for coming up here and supporting like you do. And it's been pretty amazing. Hope you continue to be a part of it.
Absolutely. All right, let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Our original live auction in Calcutta host in the building.
I hear that you need the towel again to start wiping.
Oh, he had the towel. It was like he was in a boxing match. Brandon. Okay. We can pull Maddie in now and ask him quick questions and then get into okay.
Yeah. We got another guest?
Yeah.
Maddie, stop holding the guts.
This is Maddie Ryan.
Maddie Ryan in the building. Biggie's making
Harry.
sure you're
What's up,
good.
Matt? Jeff, how you doing, man?
Oh, hey.
Oh, hi, Danielle.
How many this is his first year playing this?
Maddie, third year, right, with us?
Second.
Oh, you weren't here the first year?
First year I was at Q School.
Okay.
And then last year
I gave him false information.
last year I flew in like night before and played.
And then we'll talk. We'll get into it. Yeah, we'll get in. Yeah, put that on. Do 3 jumping jacks.
See, good.
Warm up.
There we go.
There we go. All right, we're coming back. All right, welcome back to Swing It and Ding It. Always great to talk to the host of the NEPA Invitational, Brandon Matthews, and get some perspective on what's going on out here. And you could feel through him the love he has for this place and this area, and I think that's what it's all about over these next couple of days. So tremendous to see. But we are joined by another guest. This is second year playing, I believe. Matt
Yep.
Ryan, welcome to Swing It and Ding It.
Thanks
Currently
for having
playing
me.
on PGA Latino America Tour, correct?
Yeah.
So talk to us about the Country Club of Scranton playing here last year. What your impressions were when you first got here?
Yeah, I mean, I know the Northeast is great for golf, but I'm from out west, Los
Okay.
Angeles. I live in Charlotte now, but it was, I don't know, my second experience to the Northeast and was blown away. Then I remember getting in, like, I got in at like 11 p.m. Friday, went to bed, show up Saturday morning, and all I was doing was taking pictures. Got to the range, had like 15 minutes, hit balls. It was awesome. I mean, from locker room to staff to the golf course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible. Food,
We're gonna
everybody
do a
here.
full episode about locker rooms. We posted about it, and people
Yeah.
were. It was the most response we've ever gotten on anything. People like, oh, you got to see this place. You got to see this place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is
I mean, locker rooms are funny in the golf world. Like, everybody has their favorite locker
Oh
room.
yeah.
What's
Yep.
your favorite?
My favorite would be Forest Creek in Pinehurst, North Carolina.
Oh wow.
Put it on the list.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You got, I mean, Sherwood Country Club out in LA is fantastic. I think the locker room itself is probably ranks higher than the golf course. But I mean, the history here, like you walk in the locker room and you know it's old.
Yeah.
I love that.
The
Yeah.
Art Wall Junior Room.
Oh,
E-
yeah.
Everything about it.
Yeah.
Like you walk in and everything just feels like, wow, I just went back in time. Like this is good golf history and a lot of good times have
Oh, yeah.
happened in there.
Oh, yeah.
So
Is there anything out west that sort of compares to this type of golf course?
not really. I
No.
mean, in terms of like, I mean, like Riviera, like LA, Bel Air. Like I've been to Riviera 100 times watching LA Open. I've never
Right.
played. But
Both George Thomas Designs, who's from Philadelphia.
oh, is that right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just so elite out there, and nobody's really quite as welcoming. If you don't know someone that can plug you in, or you have deep pocket with
Deep
other
pocket.
people that can
Yeah,
plug
right.
you in, you're not going to play. Right after college, I moved to Charlotte. So as a professional, I think if I went back, I'd be able to get on. but
Charlotte's a great town.
Charlotte's great.
Yeah.
There is
Eric
Lakeside.
Flores is there too, right?
Yeah.
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 Is Eric here this week?
We've had Eric on the
We've
pod.
had him
No, he-
on. Yeah.
Is there? I don't
No,
know.
he's
Is
in
Eric
Europe.
in Q school?
I think
or-
he's in Europe.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's in Europe.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Eric has been here the past 2 years, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great dude.
Lakeside Golf Club
Okay.
in LA is
Yeah.
awesome. They call it like the Club of Stars, but that'd be very similar. Like Bob Hope was there, Bing Crosby,
Okay.
and you can feel the history in there.
I think Ray Romano might be there.
Ray
too,
Romano,
right?
any
Love-
celebrity you know that's a
Love
golfer
that guy.
is there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Eric Flores and I knew each other from California.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
he
he
was
came
a
to
UCLA
Charlotte.
guy. Right?
UCLA.
Yeah.
He came to Charlotte to play an e-golf event, an old tour that was there. Stayed with me and was like, I'm moving. And he moved like 6 months later.
Oh, that's incredible.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Well, I haven't been home in like 3 weeks. I'm exhausted. These guys got up so early this morning to drive from Philly up here, but you might have had a little bit of a more intense travel schedule. Take us through like your last 3 days.
My last 3 days were leaving Stockholm, Sweden at whatever time, delayed on the runway, had to delay a flight in Heathrow,
Sounds
and
like Wes
then
Patterson.
landed in New York, stayed there for 2 days instead of going back to Charlotte, and now I'm up here.
What were you doing in Sweden?
I was playing DP first stage qualifying. I missed by one, which was
Oh,
disappointing.
Wow.
That's tough.
But I mean, I got second stage of Corn Ferry coming up, and I'll be ready for that. That's the end of November.
Where's that?
Valdosta, Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So this is your warm up for stage 2, right?
yeah, that's right. Yeah. I mean, it's such a funny time of year. There's not much golf to be played. I have Corn Ferry status, so I'm going to play some Mondays coming up. But other than that, in terms of tournaments, it's just a weird time of year when the PGA Tour starts moving the schedule around for Corn Ferry PGA, and then all of a sudden, like every year, these like maybe like state opens, mini tour events don't even know where to put tournaments this time of year, because you don't want to. Those guys are running based on who plays. So if you don't have enough people, and then you schedule a tournament, it's like everyone's second stage or first stage. You have no golf to play.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
yeah.
So Matt, this is obviously a tough course. Talk to us about your approach this year, having played it once last year.
Yeah.
Like, how do you attack this golf course?
I was 100% going to be here to play a practice round. Last year was so funny. I got on the course and like there, visually, exactly where to hit it, but every hole there's like places that you'd prefer to be.
Yeah.
Even if like the pin's on one side, you're almost better off like if the pin's right being in the left rough than you are on the right side of the fairway with like when the greens get firm and fast. So I'm
They're
excited.
Very fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were last year.
Yeah.
I was in Valdosta, Georgia last year, second stage, qualified, came straight up here, and you go from Bermuda to like bent running 14s. I was
Oh,
like, oh,
man.
get me that transfusion. This is for
Yeah.
fun. Right? Yeah. So
Oh, that's tremendous. Well, I'm sure you get asked to play in a ton of different charity events. Obviously, a good friend of myself and Brandon.
Yeah.
What makes you want to come back and to support this cause and obviously play this tournament year after year?
yeah, I mean, I text Drew like right after I left here last year, and I was like, I'm 100% in next year. I mean, even like a good buddy of ours, Pat Newcomb, like he's
Pat,
like
yeah.
texting me last night. He's like, I'm so pissed I can't make it. He's playing in the Corn Ferry event. I mean, it's just awesome. I'm like Brandon said. I mean, and everyone knows that he's so passionate about where he's from and his friends.
Yeah.
I mean, you become good friends with Brandon. You're like a friend for life, and like we might go months without talking, and every time I see him, we just have a great time catching up. I mean, Danielle, I knew you play in Latin America.
Oh yeah, we go back.
So yeah, it's just like the passion you guys have and the encouragement for other golfers when you see them, and I mean everyone that's here at Scranton hosts everyone else so well. The
Yeah.
pros are just like treated like gold. So yeah.
Love it.
Well, we
Love to
appreciate
see
you
it.
coming back and
Yeah.
supporting again.
Yeah.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Uh,
I got
second
one
stage.
story here for you.
Oh, we're
Oh,
ready.
let's
We're
go.
ready. We
Let's
love
go.
stories.
Brandon mentioned Dominican Republic.
Okay.
He almost got to 30 under, just beat the doors off of everybody, right? So my bags, luggage didn't come in. I landed on like Monday morning, and I ended up wearing. Brandon gave me a pair of underwear that I wore Monday, that I wore Tuesday, and that I wore Wednesday. Bags show up Wednesday at midnight. Go out Thursday. I shoot like bogey free 70. Next day, shoot 62, and I'm like maybe 2 shots behind Brandon or 3 shots. So I just assumed like, oh sweet, like must be Brandon's underwear. warm Saturday didn't work. I think I shot 74 or 5. So
We get the secret is you have to wash them after the 5th day.
yeah. You get Brandon's underwear. It doesn't mean you're going to shoot 30 under. So.
Wow. Wow.
What an
That is
incredible story.
tremendous. Tremendous.
I just started getting DMs asking for Brandon's panties.
There you go.
Oh, man.
Thanks again for having me.
Yeah, good luck out
Oh,
there,
awesome.
man. Play
Best of
well.
luck.
Best
Yeah.
of luck
Thanks.
here
Thanks for
and
joining us.
the rest of the way. Thanks for
Yeah.
hopping on.
Thanks.
Thanks, Maddie.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Very cool. You know, you could tell, people that, like he said, he was here last year and I'm coming back this
Oh,
year,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's like it's that kind of place for
And
sure.
he even said he was messaging me. He's like, hey, do you need more people? Like, I'll get some more guys. So not even supporting himself, but also helping pull additional talent in and try to bring them to the area. So
Yeah.
it's cool how close. I mean, even us, just I've known Harry forever, but just meeting each other and how the game of golf just brings
Oh, yeah.
people
Oh, yeah.
together and forms friendships. It's pretty sweet.
No doubt about it. Now, we talked about briefly Sahith Thagala winning the
Yeah.
Fortinet Championship, his first PGA Tour win with a great amount of supporters, gets into the Century and the Masters. Harry Mays was all over it.
Oh, yeah.
Danielle.
You know,
he had Sahith, he
saw
had
the
Eric
line.
Cole. I mean, he was all over. He saw the line.
It's a new year, Moose and Danielle. I
It's a
mean, I
new
was
Harry.
awful last year with the one and dones. It couldn't have been worse. But it's a new year. We turned the calendar. Eric Cole top 10, bang, plus 320. Sahith Thagala plus 1600 for the win, bang. Thagala minus 125 over Jaeger in a matchup, bang. We hit 3 for 3. Wow. Let's go. When's Sanderson Farms? I'm
Yeah.
ready to go. I'm going to Jackson.
If we
Oh.
saw the line out on the Country Club of Scranton, like you saw the line last week,
Yeah.
we would
Oh.
have scored a little bit.
It would have
better.
been ridiculous.
I
Yeah.
still don't know where the line
I
is.
don't know where the line is.
Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
No.
Yeah.
Well, the funny part is these guys out here talking about their imagination and how they're
Yeah.
shaping shots. I'm like, I'm dreaming of the day where where my shot goes where I anticipate.
Yeah,
it
I'm
going.
nodding my head like, oh
I'm
yeah.
like,
no,
I'm just trying to go
certainly, yeah.
hit it straight.
Oh my god.
Just use your imagination
Anywhere
and
in the
land it in the
vicinity,
little undulation on 10.
So, guys, with the Ryder Cup coming up, obviously a ton of talk about Justin Thomas, and he winds up with a fifth place
Yeah.
finish, a pretty solid start for him. I think something that he needed to build on right now.
Must have been the pool noodles.
It must have
I
been.
think so. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's encouraging.
And I told you I know the guy that invented them today.
I
How about
know.
that?
That's right.
Isn't that funny? Yeah, my wife's friend, her
Comes
father
full
invented
circle,
the
right?
pool noodle. He doesn't have any money, believe me.
Yeah.
Oh
No.
my
No.
They got a patent on it. Someone slightly changed the color and did the
Yeah.
same.
Exactly. So the other big story, as we are waiting for the Ryder Cup to come, we are in Solheim Cup, right in the middle of it. We are, if you're listening to us right now, we are on day one. We know that Team USA jumped out to a 4-0 lead. I like them. I didn't get to take them in time. I don't know what happened, but they were plus money, plus 125.
Wow.
Team Europe is minus 120, which is the exact opposite of the Ryder Cup, which is interesting. But they have a lot of experience on that team, but I think some of the U.S. players are just firing right now. So
On
curious
all
to see how
cylinders.
this finishes out.
Yeah. That came on TV, I think at like 2 a.m. today, and we DVR'd it, of course.
You didn't
at
wake up
my
for that,
house.
Harry?
No, I didn't. I didn't wake up.
How
for
do you
that.
say the name of that course, Harry?
I don't even know. It's in
Finca
Spain.
Finca Cortesin, or
Yeah,
they say it's one of the top courses in all of Europe. It's
that
on
right?
the southern coast of Spain. They say it's
Okay.
like, in the top 3 of all of Europe.
Yeah, I'm sure it's awesome. I didn't get to see any of it, but I knew that the U.S. team got out to a 4-0 lead, and hey, I didn't bet this. I bet Europe in the Ryder Cup. And I'm on record for that. I took Europe in the Ryder Cup.
Took the plus money.
Yeah, I took the plus money. But man, I'm anxious.
Real
to get-
patriot he is, Danielle.
Yeah, come on. We're over here like bleeding red, white, and blue. Harry's like, I want my money.
I listen to Sean Brace on Fox Sports The Gambler. He's all about the money.
Yeah.
Okay, we go after the money. That's right.
We got a guy
personal.
after money. We got 2 Patriots.
Nothing personal. So Harry, I've had an incredible run the past couple weeks playing this course. I played a great round at Tavistock with Sal Galati from my club, which was tremendous. And then I played our friend John Clark. The great John Clark invited me out to the Kidney Foundation outing at Union League Liberty Hill. I had yet to play that course. I was dying to play it.
Awesome.
Tremendous golf course. Completely different than anything else in our area.
Yeah.
It would be a bear to play that if that was your course on a daily basis. So
You
God
can't
bless
walk
those
that
members.
golf course.
No, but talk about a clubhouse
Yeah.
with a bar in there. I mean, what the Union League is doing with golf in our area
Oh,
is
yeah.
unbelievable.
What do they have? 3 different courses. They have
Yeah.
Tavistock. They have the Union.
So no, they
League.
have Union League National, which is in Stone Harbor,
And the old
Yeah.
Franklin
Torresdale,
Frankfurt
Torresdale.
Torresdale.
and then Lafayette
Yeah.
Hill, which
Yeah.
is Liberty Hill.
Yeah.
I mean, 3
You
courses.
played all 3?
I am supposed to play
I have.
National. Harry has. I've
I've
played
played.
2 or 3. I'm supposed to play National next week.
Yeah. That is
We have a
unbelievable.
really
Yeah.
sweet
Yeah.
auction item. It's called the Philly Golf Experience, and it is the 3 Union League courses:
Really?
Rolling Green and
Woo.
Philly Cricket.
What?
Really?
Yes, sir.
Let me see where that
Oh
is.
my.
You guys might have to stay for dinner.
Yeah, you're not.
I
lying.
did bring my credit card,
Hey.
Danielle. I hope they take it.
And
It's for the children.
I have a
Exactly.
major bucket list check. Next week, I'm playing Maidstone. My
Wow.
buddy Gino.
Logo bingo.
That
This
is-
Moose, I tell you what, you are
America's guest.
you're like a jet setter. I
He is
got to give you
America's
credit, man.
guest.
Unbelievable.
This guy can sell water to a well.
Jeez.
Got to get out there and see these courses. That's the only way to do it.
I love it.
So, Maddie mentioned DP World Tour. There is some golf to play this weekend. I haven't really dug in too deep with everything else
No.
going on. The Kazoo Open de France, is
It's
that what we're talking
open
about?
to France.
God bless you.
yeah.
But some of the, you have Minwoo Lee playing, Billy Horschel, Robert McIntyre is getting a little tune-up.
Yeah.
I think he's the only guy.
I think he's
from
the
that
only one
team.
from the
Tom
European
Kim, Ryan Fox. So at least we'll have some good golf to watch in between, because the hours are crazy with the Solheim Cup, but it will be for this one as well. But I'm really curious to see how the Solheim Cup
How
finishes.
about
up.
Billy Horschel going around the world chasing the dollar?
How about that, right?
Yeah, tell you what, man.
He really is.
He grew that beard, and now he's just like, I'm going to Europe.
So you said you took your Team Europe in the Ryder Cup. Anything has changed in your mind over the past couple weeks when you start to think about getting a little closer, seeing the guys practice, play the course? It's crazy. If you follow, is it Luke MV? I forget his name. I'll have to look it up.
Luke Elvey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He sounds like
He
Dracula.
was a broadcast.
Yeah.
He does some broadcast.
He broke down. Follow his Twitter. He broke down about what home field advantage means with course setup.
Mm.
They literally went through and found out the top 5 players when Tiger and Phil were playing,
Wow.
their percentage. Well, first of all, how far they missed the green, and then they set the boundaries wider so the crowd didn't trample down in the areas where they tend to miss. Then they set like landing areas because they knew that they were like off by like a stroke from a certain distance.
Wow.
So they literally changed the tees to get them to that distance. So what goes into it with the course setup is blew my mind when they really broke it down.
You know what
Wow.
that reminds me of is literally Michael Jordan and how the Grove was completely set up. So he had people come out following his rounds for a year as he played Bears Club. Where does he land his drives? Like, where's his miss? Same thing is kind of what you're saying. Make sure where the crowds don't trample down. And you go to the Grove, there's nobody that can beat MJ there. The fairways go about 50 feet wider when he would, where his drive would land. And then they come in
No kidding.
oh, it's wild. They have all the data and analytics. The guy, Darren, who works there, was showing me everything when I went to tour. It's the exact same approach. I mean,
Wow.
it's smart.
Wow, that is incredible. I tell you, playing with Moose today, of course, he hits it like 50 yards by me every time. So if you were going to change a golf course for where he hits it versus me. I mean, these fairways.
It's different.
Yeah.
And
totally.
exactly what he was saying with the Ryder Cup, they're going to
Yeah.
switch it up to be, to benefit their players. But back to what Moose asked, as you're,
No.
as you're not even seeing JT in the
No,
noodles and his
no.
performance,
Pool noodles,
holding out,
JT.
nothing.
No,
Nope.
I saw 12 players from Team Europe play really well in that event the other week, the BMW, and I think they're ready to go.
Wow.
I really do.
To me, it seems like a completely different feeling than Whistling Straits. I feel like there wasn't much controversy. The guys at the top were just rolling. And this year, it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit controversy. A couple guys, that should have been in, that aren't in, whatever the case may
Right.
be.
Got
So
live guys.
Yeah,
It's just
you're
like
going
a
on the
mixed
road,
bag.
and Rory isn't even playing his best golf right now.
And he's going to a bachelor party the week before.
Yeah, that's right. In Greece or something,
Yeah,
right?
yes,
Isn't he?
exactly.
Yeah.
but
Can you imagine him at a bachelor party?
No.
Oh, God.
What is he going to do? I'll take a cab.
All right, someone who excels at bachelor parties
Yes.
is joining us now, the great
Skip the
Sean
cab.
Bryce. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no one you want with you on a bachelor party.
Well-
I know he was there for a couple of mine.
I just,
A couple of mine.
How many would you have?
I just want
It's like
to.
I'm going to have 6.
I just want to start this hit off by saying I appreciate Phil Mickelson coming out this week and saying that he wasn't going to wager on NFL anymore this football season.
Yeah.
Thanks, Phil. We
Right.
appreciate that. Maybe we can get him out to Scranton one of these years.
I'm in the
Maybe.
middle of Billy Walters' book, Harry. It is incredible.
Oh,
it might
really?
be the best gambling book ever written.
Really?
Yeah.
What is
He
it called?
goes through his whole system in chapters about how he gambled, and the money that Phil played is just. I mean, he has the money to gamble, so it
Yeah.
wasn't like he was. But it's just if anyone gets a chance, read that book.
What's
It's
the
worth
name of it?
What's it
What's
called?
it?
Billy Walters. I forget the name of the book.
Okay.
Gambling something.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
we'll,
yeah.
we'll look it
Yeah.
up.
I'll
But
look
you
it up.
bring up Phil Mickelson. Wouldn't you love to see him play
Yes.
these green
Yes.
complexes with the chipping, the tight lie chipping with that 64-degree wedge that he's got?
I forget what hole it was on, but I go what would Rory do? Honestly, what would Rory do with this shot that I had?
WWRD.
Yeah, and it was just an amazing, just the way that the green was. I've
Mhm.
never heard the elephant buried before.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
actually-
The undulation.
Very
yeah, I've never
Yeah.
heard that
Yeah.
before, so that was a first for me. But and then what they would do is he would drive it into the fringe and then get it to check up and then roll. It's just crazy how crafty these professionals can be because you
Yeah.
have to be. That course is unbelievable. Brandon's a mean man. He's a mean man.
Yeah.
That course was hard today,
Yeah.
but
It was.
And you haven't even seen the pin locations
Yeah.
for Saturday and Sunday.
absolutely gorgeous though, and this place is awesome, and this is our second time here, Danielle, and
Yeah,
can't
we-
thank you enough for the invite again, and just a beautiful day to be out here on the course, number one. But you guys are raising money for a great foundation, and I know Brandon gives back to the local community, and it's just awesome as a guy from Scranton.
Right.
It's very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool.
That's
Well,
right.
we got to
Sean
extend
Brace
a thank you to
from
Sean
the area.
Brace because our first year he held it down as our MC. He helped us raise a ton of money for our live auction the first year, just coming out here supporting us and saying, "Yeah, I'll do it."
That's
Like,
funny, Brandon.
I can't remember who hooked us up, but B was just saying, he's like, we were throwing towels on him. It was
Yes.
like he was in a boxing
yeah, it was
match.
drenched.
And I
Drenched.
don't know if I'm
gives it
sorry.
his all.
He might not have had a voice for like 2
Yeah.
months after because he was
I
going.
just remember
in.
the members looking at me like, "Who are you and where did you come from?" And
But I was
like,
standing
"Are
right
you
next
in?
to him.
Yeah.
I
Are
was like,
you
"Come on,
in?"
let's go!" I was like right next to him. I
Yeah.
actually have
We-
pictures
yeah.
I have to send to you.
Yeah,
We're
we-
up on the podium, and I'm just like pushing.
We were a
him
good
further.
team that night because you were running the the jumbotron for the pictures,
Oh,
and we
yeah.
had some funny one
Giving
hitters.
you the talking points.
That was
Yeah,
my
making
first
fun of the guys.
Calcutta experience, and hopefully not my last. That was a lot of fun. Speaking of, you guys got a pretty big celebrity holding it down tonight.
Oh yeah, we got Michael Collins in the
Yeah,
building.
that's
He'll be,
very cool.
ESPN caddy.
Yeah,
The
at
caddy.
ESPN caddy. I don't know where he is.
Yeah.
I think he went out at 11.
He- he
so I
We
don't-
saw him. He
He
was-
should be like on 8, I would imagine right now. It's funny because
He yelled at
Good
us,
FaceTime
quiet,
him.
quiet on the tee. He yelled at
Did
us,
he?
yeah, messing with us.
I didn't even acknowledge him.
well, it was really, like I said, it was funny because we're sitting there and I'm like, I bet you that's Michael Collins. All love and respect. I'm not, in the best shape of my life, but you can pick him out.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, that's him right there.
He's got a physique.
Yeah.
that's
He's an Eagles
identifiable.
fan.
Eagles fan. I'm ready to do an Eagles chant. Let's go.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
from
know.
the
But,
Lancaster
but
area.
wait, what is all this? If we're talking, I don't have a T with D, but I can give a little social media clip. Have you guys seen all the Eagles fans? The one chick that couldn't even spell
Spell
Eagles.
it. Yeah.
She was
Yeah,
like
it's amazing.
E-G-L-A.
And they're making shirts.
Oh,
They're
there's
making
their
shirts that
shirts.
say-
Oh, yeah.
It's the most Philly thing
It's
ever.
incredible.
And I don't think I've been tagged on Instagram and more things in my life. All of my friends are DMing me and tagging me, and the misspelling. I'm like,
Oh.
guys, I know how to spell.
Yeah,
that's
I'm not
tremendous.
her.
Tremendous. So the name of the book is Gambler: Secrets from a Life at Risk.
Yes.
There you go. Billy
Forward-
Walters.
Check it
forward
out.
us that
Yeah.
link.
Yeah. So Sean, talk about your playing partners today. You went out with the great Slash, obviously a big part of the podcast, and also Mike Powers, another huge part of the podcast.
Huge.
Talk about their game, what you saw from those guys.
Well, I think Slash definitely played the best out of the threesome. He
Uh-huh.
shot a 94. He had a couple pars
On this
to,
course?
to start
Yeah,
the back
that's
nine,
tremendous. Commendable.
and it was just look, he had some bad breaks, or else he might have had like a 90, 91, but played very well. Powers improved. I got to give it up to Powers.
He's
Hit it
blushing
straight.
so hard right now.
Yeah.
He's like, can you
The
not?
improvement is there.
I heard he was in the sand a lot.
Yes,
Is that true?
A lot of sand, a lot of
But
sand.
he got out.
He
Yeah,
likes
there
the
you go.
beach.
The wheels fell off at the end, but I think they fell off for all of us. But yeah, it was fun to be out there.
It's this course is a bear.
It's easy
Yeah.
to be in the sand a lot at this golf
Yeah.
course. I mean,
Yeah.
So, honestly, though, and as not trying to I know what I'm talking about. I didn't think the course itself is all that difficult, but the greens are unbelievable.
well, yeah, that's the
you
defense.
know, like
the complexes and the undulations and the bunkering.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
like
bunkering.
everywhere you're at, you have a great shot. Everything, except for like you said, the undulation, the uphill. But like the fairways are
Nice
just
and wide
so
open.
crisp. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
wide open,
Right.
wide
Yeah, so you can
open.
play.
So if you're in the fairway, you're going to be good. It's just you got to be able to make the ball dance, and if you can't, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. Yeah, you guys brought up 10. 10 was ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
I come up here, I hit
Yeah.
a nice drive, 6-iron, 200 out, and the thing rolled all the way through.
Yeah,
I'm
me
like,
too.
200 yards, 6-iron? What? So that doesn't happen.
Me and Moose went into the bar and got a couple of drinks. We took a shower. We come back out, and you guys are still in the middle of the fairway. I'm like, what's going on over here?
He's like, I'm hitting 9.
Yeah, yes, I was wondering what I was going to hit exactly. That's good.
Tremendous stuff.
What a day. What a day.
Oh,
And,
absolutely, man.
Good luck tonight, Danielle. Good luck this weekend.
Appreciate
And
that. Thanks so much again for supporting.
great job with what you guys are doing. Can't thank Brandon enough.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
We hope to be a part of this for a long time. I love coming up here. It's like
Yeah.
circled on the calendar. I don't know what happened last year. I forget, but I was so upset I couldn't be up here for this because it is one of my favorite days of the year. Just playing this course early in the morning, and the views on this course. The weather was perfect
Yeah.
this morning when we got out.
This is fall golf, Moose.
Oh, I
You know,
love
this
it.
is the
At its
best.
best.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Absolutely love
We
it.
got to get you as an AM next year. We'll get a sponsor. We'll have you in there.
And I'll keep working on my game. I don't want to embarrass myself, but if we keep improving a little
Oh, you-
bit, seeing my boy John DeMarco at the Legacy Club, we'll be
You get a
okay.
handicap. You get a pro to play with. Maybe you,
Okay.
you and Matty Ryan. That might be the
I like it.
mix.
I like it. I like it a lot. All right, well, we'll be back next week because we have to preview the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
So
Wow. All right.
we need to break it down and see what's going to happen out there. But great day so far, Danielle. Congratulations on another successful year. Wish you guys all the best. Hopefully the weather cooperates to some degree this weekend. It doesn't look great, but you never know. Up here, we're a little bit farther away. The mountains might break things up. But
Yeah.
So,
great day, Harry Mays. Great playing with you today, man.
Fantastic today. I enjoyed it.
Great time.
thanks
All right,
for
we'll be
coming,
back
guys.
next week. Get out there and swing it and ding it.
And we got our